Hello everyone, this is Noor and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you guys can see, I have multiple guests here with me today. So I have 1, 2, and 3 guests with me here today. The reason why I have them here is because this video is actually a video collaboration with Online Makeup Academy. And you guys, this is not my first time collaborating with Online Makeup Academy. I've been with them for the past 2 years, I believe. Online Makeup Academy, you can correct me on that one. I've been collaborating with them for the past 2 years and I absolutely love and I always get the absolute honor when they contact me. But today I feel like it's the perfect video to finally show you guys what I carry in my makeup kits when I do my makeup gigs on the weekends. If you guys don't know, I'm somebody that works Monday to Friday in an office, but on my weekends is what I get to do my passion and what I love the most, and that is my makeup application on weddings, events, or any other occasion. And these are the kits what I normally take with me, and I'm excited to show you guys what I carry in those babies. But before I go ahead and start with all of that good stuff, if you're new here to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video. It really means a lot to me. And if you guys haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. And I would love to have you guys a part of the light family that I have here on my channel. If you guys want to dive into their new Elite Career Path program or course, please keep on watching. Online Makeup Academy was super nice to offer you guys $100 off your first makeup course with them. And how you can use my code is by selecting a course that you wish to take with them. Checkout, you can just go ahead and add my coupon code, which is right here on the screen for you guys. It is Light Beauty by ND, $100 off. I know it's long, but it's worth it. I will leave all of that information for you guys in the description box. You guys have nothing to worry about when it comes to that. Everything is going to be linked and descripted down below for you guys, so you guys could have an easy and fast access to my code and also to the Online Makeup Academy website and courses. Also, I have done few videos with Online Makeup Academy. If you guys missed them, I will also link all of them in the description box down below for you guys. I have done the special effects course, I have also done the bridal course, and I enjoyed each and one of them. And I'm here today to show you guys the Elite Career Path, and I'm so excited to dive into this course with you guys. So right here I have my laptop and I have Online Makeup Academy on my laptop here. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys about this course and give you guys what I think about it. Honestly, if you are thinking about taking a course with Online Makeup Academy, if you guys want to dive into the beauty world and the beauty industry, I feel like this course, it is the main one to take. The reason why I say that, because it is filled with all the information that you want. And also what I absolutely loved about this course is that they touched base on every makeup application that include creative makeup, bridal makeup, day to night makeup, every kind of makeup application that you want to learn, they offered in this course. So I feel like this course, it is filled with so much knowledge and so much information. If you're somebody who is just starting into the makeup industry and you want to learn more about it, definitely the Elite Career Path, it is the one that I would recommend first. And then you can go ahead and explore the other makeup courses that they have on their website. So basically the Elite Career Path here, it talks about everything that you guys want to know about makeup. So it starts off with an introduction. Also, a lot of the teachers on this course I'm very familiar with because I've listened to them in the past courses and I enjoy listening to them. They make the course so much fun. Honestly, I just really enjoy just listening to them and watching them do makeup on their models. It just is so inspiring to me. Even though I've been in this industry for 18+ years now, I always get so fascinated by just watching another makeup artist doing somebody else's makeup. For me, it's like watching idols doing their magic on people, which I absolutely adore. I always love to see other makeup artists doing their application because every makeup artist is different, and whatever they show you here and whatever I'm going to show you in my kits is absolutely different because this, what I have right here, came with experience. Throughout the time me being in this business, I finally came to a point to see what is best for me and that what works for me at the end of the day. it's gonna happen to you guys. You guys, at the end of the day, you're gonna see what's gonna work for you, and you're just gonna go upon that. The first module in the Elite Career Path, it talks about just the introduction of everything, makeup artist manual, the difference between physical and online school. So it kind of gives you that idea as well. I know a lot of people think, oh, if I do an online course, it's not the same thing if I was there physically. It's different, and honestly it varies. Just want to mention quickly that Online Makeup Academy offer their courses online. Basically, if you're somebody who is planning to do a makeup as a part-time thing and you have a full-time thing already, but you still want to learn more about makeup, Online Makeup Academy is the perfect way to do it. I feel like when you take your course online, you can do your own schedule to when you can go in and look at the course and study the course, other than going physically when you need to be there from Monday to Friday, especially when you have a job that is Monday to Friday. So it makes it really hard to go to school and work. A lot of people manage that. I managed that back in the days, and for me it was a little bit hectic, but I loved being physically there. But I also really enjoyed the online process of it, because the online process, that if you missed a small little information, you can just go backwards and listen to it again. So there's nothing that you can miss here. It just makes it easier for you to understand, especially if you're there physically. You need to write notes, you need to see what's happening, you're missing an information. Other than the online process is completely different. So that's kind of like the advantage of an online versus physically being there. Next, they talk about how to build your makeup kit and how to organize it, and you know, they also share a few products that they use as well, which is basically what I want to touch base with this course, because I feel like this is very important to have, and this is very important to kind of look at and get an idea of what a professional makeup artist carries with them, especially when it comes to products, because products change a lot. So it could be a little bit overwhelming, but honestly, at the end of the day, you pick and choose what works best for you and your clients, and you kind of like base your makeup application from there. It talks about understanding your clients' needs. I feel like that this is so important. As a makeup artist, I've worked on so many faces and everybody's different. It's very important that you take your time to, I call it, study your client. And this is what I tell them too, like, I'm here to study you, to see what you like and you dislike, and if you have any picture inspiration, show me, because that's going to help me a lot. So you need to be attentive to what your client wants, and it's also very important to listen on the things that they don't like. I feel like sometimes when you listen on the things that they need, you tend to do what you're normally used to, and sometimes that doesn't work out all the time. So you really need to listen to what they like and what they dislike, and also go with the inspiration that they're asking you to, because that's super important. At the end of the day, your goal here is to make your client happy and to give them what they want, and still making them look like themselves. I need to specify on that as much as possible, because nowadays, I know back in the days, like I would say maybe a few years back, everybody loved the heavy makeup, the full-on contour and highlight and all of that. Now I feel like the past 2 years, I feel like people kind of toned down a little bit from that, and they became a little bit more of the vibe of clean makeup, kind of like no makeup kind of vibe, and I love that. I'm somebody who loves that. I love no makeup. I love to have a natural finish and not making the face look too cakey, especially for brides as well. I know brides sometimes really wants to look different on their wedding day. You can still make them look different a little bit, but you still want them to be there as well. So try your best not to go makeup happy on your brushes or on your application, and just try to keep a toned down natural look, but still making your client feel a little more elevated than where they were before. I don't know if that makes sense. We talk about base matching, color correcting, the color theory, which is really important, concealing. So they kind of touch base on the most important elements that you need to know about makeup, which I really like, which is eye shape and face shape, which is really important. They also talk about emergency kits. Honestly, I feel like I carry so much things with me already that having an emergency kit is something on the client to do. Especially when I do brides and bridal groups, I feel like the maid of honor always has the emergency kit on hand, you know, an Advil, a Tylenol, a floss, or whatever. These are good to kind of have along, but if you're carrying so much, things tend to really get heavy on you. And at the end of the day, you need to minimize your kit and find something that is not gonna wreck your back at the end of the day. Next, it talks about hygiene and sanitation, which is really important, how to clean your makeup brushes, which is very important, and also how to use disposables, which you guys are going to see in here. I do carry these things with me as well. They also talk about type of skins. Now this is a whole thing. So it talks about oily combination, dry, mature, natural, primers, and all of that. So this is something that I really enjoy, and that is actually in module 3. I will not go into details regarding this because this is a really complex, because I can go on and I just don't want this video to be like an hour long for you guys. But module 3, it's called skin preparation, and it is filled with information, and this was absolutely helpful for me as well. Even though I've worked with so many types of skin, I'm always learning something new about them, so it's good to have that on hand. So it's good to kind of take a look at this module because it's extremely helpful. Module 4, I loved this one. I absolutely love this one. The reason why, I'm always into kind of like how to take a natural look and transform it into a night glam look, and this is really fun, you know, especially it shows you like if you're going to work and you want something natural, kind of like what I have on today-ish a little bit, and then you're going out later at night with your colleagues and you're like, okay, I need to spice this up. All you need is an eyeshadow palette, like a small eyeshadow palette that has 2 darker colors, and you can just transform your whole look to a night look, or kind of like a glam look. So I find this module was super nice, and also shows you how to do a carbon black smoky eye, which is my absolute favorite application to do on my clients. So every client that I get, they say I want the smoky eye. My eyes turns into hearts, and I'm like, yes, I will absolutely do that for you. So they kind of show that to you, and also they show you how to do a lip application demo, which I know sometimes a red lipstick could be very challenging, and it is, not gonna lie, but you need to find the good techniques to do a red lip, and this course shows you how to do that, and I loved it. Then they talk about nude looks. So they showed nude looks on fair skin tones. They also showed nude looks on a darker skin tone, and I love this course. I'm always looking into learning more about the nude looks. Nude looks, it's kind of like a short term of like a soft makeup, no makeup kind of look. So they call it the nude look, that is more like of a natural finish. So if you guys are interested, I feel like it's very important to have this module on hand, just to kind of see their different ways of applying the nude look on a lighter skin tone and a darker skin tone, because it's extremely helpful and it's just filled with so much information and details, and I really enjoyed this module a lot. I think I'm gonna say that a lot, that I enjoyed every module, but I really did. Honestly, it's so much fun. Then they talk about beauty sponges. Beauty sponges, it's kind of like a miss and hit for me, honestly. I'm somebody who loves her brushes. I work with my brushes all the time. I do have disposable sponges that comes in hand sometimes, but I personally don't use them as much. That is because with my experience, I learned that sometimes a beauty sponge could catch a lot of bacteria, and if you're using it on one person, are you going to use it on the other? You can have disposable ones, absolutely, that's okay, but having a physical beauty blender with you that you're going to wash every time to use on different people, I feel like it's not sanitary, and it just catches a lot of bacteria, and then when it's wet, where do you store it? So it becomes like a whole hectic kind of thing. But if you have disposable ones, then you can use them. A lot of people don't know that you can actually wet a little bit the disposable, and they kind of become a little bit kind of like a beauty blender, and that you can use as well. But honestly, with my experience, I use them less. I do have them with me for emergencies only when I need them, but for me, in my case, I don't really have sponges in my kits like to reuse on clients. I just have disposable, use once, throw away, and get over with it. It's more sanitary and it's better. Then they talk about bridal makeup. I got excited there. Then they talk about bridal makeup. I feel like this is one of my favorites. I already took their bridal makeup and hair course that they have, and I loved it. I enjoyed it so much. I actually did a video on that course as well, but they talk about the bridal application and also airbrush. To be honest with you guys, I don't do airbrush, even though the charge of airbrush could be a little bit more. You can definitely earn more income when doing airbrush and you're good at it, but I just feel like it takes a lot of time, and airbrushing is, for me, I call it the sensitive air, it's just a little bit more complex, and it could be a little bit messy. A little mistake, you can screw the whole thing up. So you need to be extremely knowledgeable with airbrush. I know I don't use airbrush, I just use my handy dandy brushes, which I love, and I can create the same airbrushed look with my brushes without having the airbrush there physically. But if you are an airbrush artist or you want to become an airbrush artist, it's a good module to go over, especially if you do a lot of bridal. And the most advantage with airbrush is that you are gonna get like a skin like finish. It's really natural on the skin, but you also need to be extremely careful with it because it could get messy real quick. Module 7, it talks about mature makeup and male grooming and working with kids. I love this one. The reason why I had that smile on is because I've done all of those, all of the above. So mature skin, I do a lot of mature skin in my makeup application, and to be honest, they are the most fun to work on. I love doing makeup on mature skin. I actually have one product here that I discovered for mature skin, and it has been my holy grail, and I'm gonna show you which one it is. I feel like it just instantly brightens and plumps up a mature skin, and it just makes the makeup application like so good. I love it. Male grooming, honestly, for me, it's such a fast application for males. Now, males don't really wear makeup that much. Males, if they have an acne, they want to cover up. If they have a little bit of a dark circle, they want to cover up. That's what they normally do. A little bit of concealer, lightweight on the powder, not to cake it so much, and that's it, that's all. Sometimes you can add a little bit of bronzer just to kind of chisel out the face, but you don't really need much for a male grooming. One thing I can tell you to have on hand is to have a clear mascara or even a clear brow mascara. Same thing, like a tinted brow mascara, it's good to have on hand just to kind of tame down their fuzzy hair, like sometimes their brows or their beard, and sometimes their beard could be missing like a spot. So with a tinted brow mascara or even just a brown mascara in general, I prefer a brow one because it will look less harsh, and you can just even out if there's any like little spots that the skin is peeking through. With the brow mascara, it just fills it up and makes it look really natural. But male grooming doesn't really require too much makeup application. And then when it comes to kids, I've done a lot of kids makeup, especially because, you know, when there's like little girls around and you as an artist, and then you're doing their mom's makeup or their grandma's makeup or whoever, they're just sitting there and like they're fascinated by like what you're doing. And it just reminds me of myself when I was a young girl, just sitting there watching my mom doing her makeup. So for me, I just look at them, and then I always ask the mom's permission to see if it's okay if I can add like a little bit of a gloss or a little bit of a pink little shimmer on the eyes, like a small little pink blush. Normally the mom says yes, you know, most of the time. So when I do that on the kids, they get so happy. And yeah, for kids, it's not the same application as for adults, obviously not. It's just a little minor application that you can do on them just to kind of make them feel special and that they're glammed up as well. Then module 8 talks about how to perfect cool toned eyeshadows on people. You can also do it on darker skin tones, but using cool tones on darker skin tones sometimes could be kind of like a hit or miss situation, because sometimes if you're using too much of a cool tone eyeshadow on a darker skin tone, there's a big chance that you won't see it as much. But you kind of need to play around with the tones of the eyeshadows. Also, but cool tones for me, I feel like if you're somebody who's very fair or somebody who don't really want too much on their eyes, that's when cool tones kind of come in. You can still use cool tones on darker skin tones, but you need to make sure that you're using the proper cool tones with like the perfect undertones in them, so you know, so you don't make them look looking too ashy, because sometimes cool tones could be a little bit too pale, and if you're using them on darker skin tones, you want to make sure that you're gonna have a cast, kind of like an ashy finish, and you don't want that on your clients for sure. But if you're doing it on a fair, if you're doing it on a medium slash fair skin tones, it tends to work a little bit better. That's just because of my experience and what I dealt with my clients, but that came to my experience at the end of the day. But you can, makeup's all about exploring and seeing what works best for you, basically. Next, module 9. This is when it gets a little bit more artistic, and I get really excited with this. It talks about halo eyes, lashes, eyebrows, contouring, strobing. I just love it. Halo eyes is basically when you create like a negative space on your eye, and I kind of do that on my channel a lot. I'm a very artistic makeup artist when it comes to myself, and I just really enjoy it. So halo eyes is basically when you have darker colors outside and inside, and then when you go light in the center. But yeah, you can do halo eyes with any eyeshadow, to be honest. And it talks about lashes, how to curl the lashes, how to apply individual lashes and lashes in general. And then it talks about eyebrows, how you can shape the eyebrows, whether if you're using a pencil or a shadow, which I found it really interesting. And then obviously the contour and strobing. Strobing, it's a shortened word to highlighting. It's kind of like the same thing. So contouring and highlighting is contouring when you go darker, and strobing slash highlighting is when you go lighter. And strobing also could be kind of like a highlight, you know, like a shimmer highlight. That could be also another term to use when it comes to strobing. And also what I love about Online Makeup Academy is that they give you bonus classes, which I really enjoyed. The one that I have here is makeup application for sensitive skin with acne. I love that. For acne, could be a little bit on a situation when it comes to makeup application. When you saw this, you're like, sometimes you're like, what to do? So acne could be a little bit of a tricky part to do with makeup, but I feel like with acne, first of all, you definitely need to color correct and conceal, and try to avoid to pack so much makeup on there, because the more you pack, the cakier it gets, and the client is not gonna like that. So the less the better. Try to color correct the acne. If it's too red, you can mix some green on it just to kind of color correct it, tone it down. And sometimes like acne could become kind of like a bruise because like they keep working at it. So if you see kind of like a darker tone around it, try to use something more on the peachy slash orangey side, so it can help neutralize the darkness around it. And then you can go ahead and use your concealer or foundation, but super light hand. That's when you can kind of use your disposable sponges, and you can just go around the little acne to not overwhelm the skin too much with so many makeup. I really enjoyed my bonus module in this one, and I found it very helpful. Module 10, I'm just gonna skip through it a little bit because most of the things are just kind of like talking about makeup applications and everything. Module 9 is really interesting because it talks about creative makeup, period makeup, HD makeup, high fashion makeup, editorial, nude, photo shoots, products, and makeup artist appearances, and also motivations, which I really love the motivations. It really kind of brings up your spirit. It just makes the whole makeup industry such a positive field for you, and that's why I really love these courses. But module 9, it really talks about the whole makeup scheme in general, and it's very interesting to kind of just sit there and listen to them and see how they do the makeup. It's super interesting. Module 11, it talks about creative makeup and HD techniques. So they show you a lot of creative makeup applications, crazy makeup applications, kind of like what I do here on my channel, which I really love. For me, I was like so happy to watch this module because I'm always looking into creative, crazy makeup, as you guys all know me here on my channel. And if you are new here, then you can check out my channel and you can kind of see what I normally do here on my channel. So it talks about glitters and creative and being just artistic with your makeup, which I really enjoyed. And then module 12 is the time period makeup. They kind of take you back in time and they kind of introduce makeup on how it started, what was the applications and all of that. That was really fun. For a person who extremely loves vintage stuff and retro stuff, this was super fun for me to go back in time and just see how beauty was back then and how makeup application was back then. Yeah, so I really enjoyed this module a lot. And then you have high fashion, talks about like the dewy look and also runways, and if you're doing e-com work and everything. So everything that is high fashion, you have that in module 13. Module 14 is editorial makeup. Everybody loves editorial makeup. I love editorial makeup. I feel editorial makeup is so much fun to do. The glitter, the shine, the shimmer, it's just so much fun, and I love it. The cat eyes and, you know, the golden eyes and all of that. And then module 15, you have the branding and the marketing. That is on you basically to see how you can get yourself out there. Now we have social media, that is the biggest help. You have your Instagram, you have your YouTube, your TikTok and everything. Basically this is how you can kind of like grow yourself and get noticed by people. And to be honest, I get most of my makeup contracts from my social media and what they see out there. You want to make sure that you also take pictures of your work, you post your work, and also tag the products that you use and the companies that you use. This really pumps you up and you get noticed pretty quickly. So make sure that you are active on social media if you are planning to go into the beauty industry, because now it's all about social media basically. They go through a little bit of the special effects courses as well, which I have done with Makeup Academy, and I loved it. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna recap the courses there. I'm gonna leave the rest for you guys to explore and just look around if you're interested to take this course. Again, this is the Elite Career Path course, and I absolutely loved this course so much. I will leave all the information about this course in the description box down below, and also where to find it, and also how to use my discount code on your first course. Now let's go ahead and dive into my makeup kits. I recently changed a little bit. I've changed my makeup kits throughout the years. Like I started, like when did I actually start doing my makeups? I think I started when I was working at MAC Cosmetics. I got the chance to build up my kit and to have more professional makeups, to dive into the beauty world and start doing makeup on people. So it takes time to build your kit, and also you have to make sure that this is not cheap, and what you carry in it is also not cheap. So you also have to think about how much to charge your clients based on what you spend and also the time you take. And also if you are a freelancer and you're going to their location, you also need to consider that as well. When time comes, you kind of see what is the best amount to charge your clients from there. So I've been doing it for 18 years and plus, and throughout my experience I've learned so much about it, and now I charge the amount I charge due to my experience and due to what I carry in my kits, and also due to the fact that I have a car that I'm driving to you back and forth, you know. So you also have to think about, like, when you go and you come back, this is all, you know, this is all generating on you as well. So you kind of need to think about that. These are my new kits that I recently have. Lately I've been really loving the backpack kind of feel because it's less heavy on my back, I find. And I also have kind of like a case, and now this is kind of like a new addition that I have, is where I put all my brushes. Now I get them all from Amazon, to be honest, and this is the company called Bridal. I think that's the company. I love this company. I feel like they have everything super useful for a makeup artist on the go. And this is covered, the fact that I can see my brushes in there, and also the fact that it is separated inside as well, that I can put my dirty brushes, my clean brushes here, so I can know which ones are dirty, which ones are clean. And also obviously you need to make sure that you always clean your brushes. I'm actually planning on doing a separate video showing you guys how I clean my makeup brushes. And also you need to make sure that your kit and whatever you use are very well sanitized. So let's go ahead and start off. I'm gonna bring this baby down first. So this is my makeup case, and I love it. I have the big version of this. Normally this one I tend to carry it just from here or even off the shoulder because it has a little strap. So first one, when you open it up here I like to keep my lashes. I also have this for like an under eye patch, and then I have this right here. As you guys can see, I have my little mints, I have my lash curler, I have my hand sanitizer, I have extra lash glue in here. So over here I just keep like my tweezers, everything that I use when it comes to like my little makeup applications. And I also have my little spatulas and my mixing plates as well. This is just for me to have and just to make everything well separated, I guess. And also you need to make sure that you have a sharpener, and I normally put my sharpener in a little Ziploc bag because this tends to get really messy, and I have dirtied my makeup bag so many times with just a sharpener. So now I learned my lesson to just kind of put it separately in a Ziploc bag in here. Next, this is a new addition that I have and I love. It's important to have something like this with you. You can carry your mascara wands, your lip wand, also Q-tips, and also important, very important to have is little hair clips to kind of pin away the hairs, especially if somebody has bangs like I do. And also I also have a little application of eyeliner. I also got this from Amazon and I absolutely love it. Everything is linked down below in my Amazon shop if you guys are interested. Next, I always have extra napkins with me. I also have a mirror with me, and this mirror is one of my favorite because it lights up. I think I need to charge it, but the company of this is called RIKI Sunny. I will leave their information in the description box down below. And I do have kind of like the wand that I put together for my clients. I always keep like some sort of a cloth with me. This is just stained with all the makeup, but I do wash it every time. It's just stained with some makeup throughout my makeup application. It's just a cloth that I put down and to just kind of protect my surface. And then I have all of my lashes up here, and up here I have my individual lashes that I just separate in sizes. And I also have extra little pads like this, like for powders and stuff, and these are kind of like a one-time use thing. I barely use them, but sometimes I do when I really need to. So this is kind of like what I put over here. And also please keep in mind, the reason why this is still dirty is because I had clients earlier today, so I didn't get the chance to clean my kit yet, but I will do so tonight. Next row right here, which is my favorite row. I like to keep this as organized as much as possible. Now over here I have all of my foundations and concealers. Hopefully you guys could see this. So over here I have my foundations. I also have my lightweight foundation here. Over here I have all of my concealers. I also have some here, and then here I have all of the powders, and then I have my primers and my setting sprays over here. So I just love this. I just organized it the way I think works best for me, and just to have everything up like that I can see the colors of the foundation and the names of them, it just makes it much easier for me. And then for my powders, I always have all of my powders in my kits as well, which I absolutely love and adore. And then also my handy dandy setting sprays that I cannot live without. So my all-time favorite product in here is definitely the One Size spray. This is amazing. I always apply this at the end of my makeup application. And then my favorite powder, obviously the Huda Beauty one. I obsessed with it. Concealers right now, I'm really liking the Born This Way from Too Faced. And then foundations, my lightweight foundations that I love is definitely my Dior Backstage foundations, which are my all-time favorite. So and also the primer that I told you about for mature skin is this one right here. This is the Too Faced Plump and Prime Luxury Primer. This you need to have in your kit. It literally plumps and primes. It's kind of like Botox in a primer. I absolutely love it. And then for dry skin, my all-time favorite one, it is the Milk one, but I also discovered this one from also One Size, which I absolutely love. This is the Secure the Glow Hydrating Primer. And then for oily skin, you have the One Size. This is the Secure the Sweat Dawn primer, which I love. And also I'm gonna share this with you guys. Any people with more pores, that you see the pores, this one has been my all-time favorite. The Makeup Forever, the Pore Minimizer, which is a really good one. And then for brides and you want to glow up their bodies, this one here is my all-time favorite. I got referred by a makeup artist of mine, and this is the Live Tinted, and I absolutely love this brand. There's a couple of primers that you can use out there, but these are my favorites that I've been using throughout the time, and they're primers that I always keep on purchasing, to be honest. And also the All Nighter setting spray, cannot live without it. And I also have an extra sanitizer hanging right here from Bath and Body Works. It's always good to have extras on hand. This is my backpack, which I love. I'm gonna go through it pretty quickly. Right here I have my business card. Right here I put my extra lipsticks. I always carry extra lipsticks with me to sell, because there's a lot of clients that don't really know what to wear, and if I use something from my kit, I don't normally give that to them, so I have extras to sell on hand. And then over here I just have my handy dandy makeup wipes all the time. So let's go ahead and open this up. First one right here, I always keep extra business cards, so that's what I normally put up there. Up here I put my wipes, my sanitary wipes, and also my disposable sponges. I just keep in here. Up here I keep all of my little essentials, to be honest. I have a ring light, I have my disinfectant, my brush cleaner, I have, this is the wand, this one right here that goes with my mirror, and then I also have garbage bags in here. And then over here I have the stand for my mirror that comes with it. And then this one here is actually the back of my high chair that I keep in the car all the time. Oh, and talking about high chairs, it's very important to have a good high chair with you. I do have a high chair that is always in my car, and I also have a ring light in my car as well that I carry to my clients. So keep that in mind, to always have that with you on hand. Next, I don't have anything in here, but this one here has been my all-time favorite, and this one here actually came with the backpack, which I really like, and this is what I carry in here. Look how beautiful this is. So over here I have my eyebrows stuff, my color correctors, my mascaras, my lip liners, my eyeliners, and everything is nicely organized in here, and I can see everything, and makes it much easier to kind of go through my things and not have a huge mess. So this one is definitely something that I really enjoy in this backpack. Now I'm gonna show you guys my favorite part of this makeup bag. Look at this glory right here. Over here I have all of my glosses, and I also turn them upside down so I can see the names, and also have a little bit of the color peek through just to kind of know what I'm using. And then these little baggies actually came with the backpack that I love so much. These just made my life so much easier, to be honest. So over here I have all of my little shimmers. Over here I have all of my liquid shimmers, eyeshadow, like bases that I put in here. Over here I have all of my, also more shimmers, but these are more like loose powders that I put in here that I love. And then here I have my lipsticks that I use on my clients. And then over here it is the glory hole, I should say. I have all of my eyeshadow palettes. I also have my glow palettes, my blush palettes, my contour palettes. Over here I even have more bronzers. These has been my favorite, the Charlotte Tilbury one. I'm just obsessed with them so much. My new addition in here is definitely these right here. These are the Charlotte Tilbury cream blushes. It's so important to have some cream blushes on hand, especially when you're doing the cream whole shebang, like the contour, the highlight, the blush. So I have these babies right here. These are, if you guys are interested, these are the Beautiful Skin Island Glow Lip and Cheek, and I just have 4 shades from them, and I absolutely love them. And then my favorite contour is also from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Beautiful Skin Sun Kiss Glow Bronzer, and this is how it looks like. I actually hit pan on this, but this works so nicely to just contour the skin and not making it look so cakey. I definitely need this in a darker shade as well, and I need a refill of this as well. And then for my bronzers, these are my all-time favorite. I have shade 3, 2, and 1, and this is the airbrush bronzer, my all-time favorite bronzers, and I always mix 2 and 3 together, and then I always go with 1 at the end to kind of just blend both together and have it more blended into the skin. But yeah, this has been my all-time favorites lately. And also for eyeshadow palettes, if you guys are wondering, my favorite eyeshadow palettes are definitely the one and only, the Makeup by Mario. I'm just obsessed with his eyeshadow palettes. I hit pan on most of them, and it's something that I keep purchasing over and over again. And then for blushes, honestly it varies, but my all-time favorite one is an oldie but a goodie, and they kind of discontinued this, but this one too is also one of my favorites, and also this one is one of my favorites. So you have the Becca with Khloe Kardashian and Malika, her friend, I believe, and then you have the NARS one. This is the Exposed palette, which I really love, and the oldie but a goodie, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Radiant Kit, and my all-time favorite. I use them all the time in my kit. I feel like they work so well with my clients, and I just love them so much. So it varies. And then when it comes to highlight, of course the Anastasia Amorese one is always in my kit, and then I have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood highlighters as well, that I also love to work with in my kits. And that is it. That's everything that I carry with me in my kits. Again, this is something that I built throughout the years in the making, and also finding out the best products that works with me as well. You know, it all came with experience, to be honest, and it took me some time to build my kit to have what I have right now, because everything that I have in my kit is not cheap. It's definitely expensive, but it works so well with me, and I always get the best makeup applications, to be honest. I just love what I do, and I'm also always looking into new products. And so the main thing to have is to be as sanitized, as clean as possible. Have disinfectant wipes with you, have disinfectant with you. Make sure you have a clean service. Make sure that your brushes, your tools, your makeup are always cleaned and sanitized. It's very, 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 very important to keep that in hand, is to just have a really clean and sanitized products for your clients. It's very, very important. And thank God, touch the wood, I have never had any complaint of a customer that had an allergic reaction or an infection or anything like that, which I'm very, very, very grateful for. Again, when it comes to lipsticks and whatnot, I highly recommend that you do ask your clients to bring their own for touch-ups later, because whatever you use on them, like your lipsticks, you're not gonna go ahead and give that to them. And for lipsticks, make sure that you're always very well disinfected. If you're gonna use the same one on different clients, make sure that you disinfect them very well. And that's why I have an alcohol spray that I just spray and I wipe and I clean before I go ahead and use it on somebody else. So it's important to do that. So this is what I carry in my kits. I really hope you guys found this helpful. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, my makeup kits and everything that I have here are going to be listed in my Amazon shop down below for you guys, and also have the Online Makeup Academy course available for you guys in my description. You can go ahead and check that out. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, just leave them all in the comments down below. I'll try my best to answer each and one of you guys. And if you guys want to DM me for questions, make sure that you do that. You can do that on my Instagram page. I will leave my Instagram handle here on the screen so you guys can see it. If you want to personally just DM me and ask me personal questions about my makeup industry, about my experience in the makeup industry, please do so, and I'll be more than happy to answer you on there. I also want to say big thanks to Online Makeup Academy for collaborating with me again. I'm always looking forward to collaborate with them. It's so much fun, so much knowledge, and as a makeup artist, I've been doing this for a year. I always learn something new with Online Makeup Academy, and I just love it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. On that note, I love you guys so much. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later. Bye!